Hey, welcome back, everybody. So, today we're actually going to start building the base. We've got all these drills here that have to be tore down. I added another little section here to create a little shelf that had a little bit of platinum on it. I think that might be like the office or something, just kind of up out of the way. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Just thoughts at the time. But anyway, I'm going to tear all of this down and start laying foundation. And I think we're going to start with doing some hydrogen tanks along the bottom, then maybe some cargo containers on top of that, and then a floor. And we will see how that goes. But yeah, let me go ahead and get that started. And, well, yeah, let's just get into it. Let's see here. Yeah, this seems easy enough. Let's just do this. All right. Okay. Cool, cool. It's a lot of drills. All right. P. Let's change it to this color that I will probably not use. And then let's get this set up here to hopefully grind down that color. Build and repair. Grinding. Grinding. Set to current build color. Alright, so then we should just be able to come over here. And that is shift control middle mouse button. Boom. All that should be tore up. Yes. Let's make sure we get... Okay, yeah, so you all are doing that. Perfect. So that will make my life easier because I won't have to physically do it. I'm okay with that. Now we also want to figure out this. I want to bring this over to try to center whatever hydrogen tanks we have. Yeah. We'll change that back to white. Don't need this being drilled. Like that. That's fine. Nope, I don't want that at fall into the wall. All right, that'll work. So we're going to set a line of these down here. And then let's see here. We're going to be centered off here, so we'll do one more there, and then one space, two space there, one space, two space. Perfect. One space, two space. Let's see, 1, 2 should be here. So I got my markings all correct. One space, two space, and boom. All right, yeah, that's going to work out nicely. All right. So that will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do more. Change of island. You know, we might also be able to, we could probably also stick some hydrogen engines under here too. That could be an option. Now let's get this first row in. There. Need small tubes? Is that probably what we're missing on this stuff? Small tubes. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. We have 1.1 million of platinum. And then I'm pretty sure it should all still be, yeah, it's still refining a bunch, so it's probably over more like 1.2. Not really sure. But yeah, not a bad haul. Cool, that's done. That's done.
Grateful. Grateful.
Okay, so just sitting here thinking about it while this is grinding, besides putting another row right here, I think in between here, I know I said engines, but you know, we need H2O2 converters so that we can fill all these tanks up. So I think that's what we're going to squeeze down here. H2O2, O2H2. Let's do that. Take you, go click on that, like that, and like that. Any old which way, doesn't really matter as long as you get in there. Alright, we have that. Is that every one of these? Alright, we'll put that. I see back here, right? Alright, while that is busy doing that, let's get more of these going. Oh, Alright, we are coming in fairly solid. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's get another row of these. I don't mind having a lot of hydrogen tanks, because if we get some ships going, we're going to need the hydrogen. Yeah, we got a lot of room. I mean, got all this right here, too. Might be a good idea to think, alright, we got 6, 12, 18... Maybe we do an even 24 of these? That seems a little overkillish. I don't know. Be well hidden though down here. Yeah, let's do one more row of these hydrogen tanks, and we should be good. Alright, cool. So we have all that set now. We should be good on that. What else do we need? We need storage. Alright, well, let's put in some storage. The only thing I don't like about this one is it only has it around 4 sides, and I want more modularity. I want ultra every connection we can get, so I think this, yeah, that's our ticket right there. We're just going to slap these just right on top of that, and we just do that all the way down. This is going to get real expensive real quick with the, oh, that's not right. It's gonna get real expensive real quick with the cobalt. The cobalt, yes, is gonna be pricey. But after this, we should never have to worry about storage in theory. Alright, so you are missing small tubes, interior plate, but you have all your metal grids. Alright, alright. And you missing small tubes. Alright. I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. Take everything. Production. Interior plates. Get 3,000 of those, or 4,000. Wow. And we still have all this room right here. I mean, I honestly, for some reason, I was thinking that a double high would have gotten us a lot closer, but yeah, apparently I misjudged by quite a... Oh my lord, look at this. Platinum still keeps going down there. And we still got more right here. Wow, all the way up there. So yeah, that was a big patch of platinum. At least we know, like, if we have to, we could dig down and get underneath and, you know, drill up some more stuff. I mean, there's a whole line right here. Goes all the way over to there. Wow. All right, that's quite a bit of platinum. All right, so all these are being built. What do we need next? We need refineries. Will refineries get us up even with this? If they do, that would be very convenient. Let us see. Yeah, might as well. Wow, not even close, it looks like. So, might help if I got materials to do this. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, it gets us up to the right level. Now, that is hard to argue with, I will admit. The question is, do we do this or do we do that, and then we could go walking around down underneath here. Yes. Oh, but you don't have a connection on the bottom, so that's kind of a problem for that. So we'll go with this one because you do have connections. So that's 3 wide, that's 2 wide. All right, so we got, you know, a little space that we'll have to figure out, but still, each one of these can be sitting on top of, yeah, so we'll have 24 refineries. So the yield modules won't be such a big, I mean, they'll be a big deal gold-wise, but they won't be such a big deal with how much we have to process. We could pretty much capture anything we want and good to go. The one thing I also forgot to mention is that crash, we lost all of the Prototech or whatever stuff that we had managed to snag on the Earth-like planets. So that was kind of a bummer. I was kind of thinking about it the last few episodes or after recording or something like that, and it's just like, man, that really kind of sucks. Alright, so getting to these are going to be a little bit of a pain. These will be turned around backwards, I guess. A little bit of ununiformity. But I want to be able to right there. Wrong button. I have a feeling we're going to throw a floor on top of this anyway, so it'll all be kind of nicely hidden. Yeah, they're just plugging away at doing everything. What else are we missing down here? Interior plates. Alright, interior plates it is. After this, we won't have to deal with throwing any of that stone away, it looks like. We should be pretty good on that. All right. Yeah, surprisingly, that's not square, but yeah, whatever. Let's get some yield modules. This is gonna start getting expensive. Gold ain't cheap and we ain't got a lot of it. My buddy one time asked me why I needed 20 refineries, and I asked him, why not? I don't like to wait, I guess. Maybe I'm impatient. And I kind of feel like we're rich enough, and if we're not, we'll be rich enough soon enough. Right? So we'll just, what we can't do in real life, we make up for in video games. Tell you, I would not be doing this in real life. Oh, but if I could. I probably wouldn't be working, and I probably wouldn't be doing this. I would probably be on a beach somewhere. A warm beach, not one of them cold ones. A warm beach with a cold beer, just chilling out. Yeah, I could do that. In fact, one of those places where you can get an umbrella in your beer, and nobody cares because you know those little paper umbrellas. Nobody judges you. I don't know where that is, but if I did, I'd be there. Oh, I want to see this. Okay. Pick one. That's one start on. Yeah, I must have had way more superconductors than I thought I did. The hell was Drunk Citizen doing before spending all that gold? Didn't even have to wait on any of that stuff. I thought these things were supposed to cost all kinds of superconductors. Yeah, that's what I thought. Apparently. Let's see. Components. Alright, so we have all that done. We need to start working on getting all that stuff from upstairs downstairs. So I'm going to set this one here to collect everything. Stockpile on. Boom. And then we'll see if that gets completely filled. And then we'll take this one here. Container number 36. We'll change this to container main. So we can find it. And then got the main cargo. Now we go ahead and do this. Load it up with everything we can. We're going to empty out all of those cargo containers up top. Break them down so that everything is gone. We're just looking for components somewhere in here. There we go.
Meteor storm inbound.
Yeah, you're about to be a thing of the past, you meteor storms. Well, mostly, except for our satellites. Okay, we need to get another. I'm gonna put you back here. Let's just get all the components, and then we'll get all the. And we'll just go right down the line and do all that. Alright, so that is all the components. And then container number 35, we're going to change this. Instead of main, we're going to call this ore. Inventory. Ore container. Type in ore here. Even though it's going to yank all that back. I think only 1 through 6. You know what? I'll deal with that later. And then ingots. No, it's an assembler. Yeah, so we'll come back and get the superconductors, the assemblers. Just get all this in here. You're going to go in a separate one. All this platinum is going to be a pain to deal with. Alright. Let's go back to the components and see about those superconductors. Alright, so in theory, these storage containers up here should be done. Let me just refill everything really quick. We're going to turn you off. Turn you off, because you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I should be able to find you. Alright, so all that is now resolved. We will confirm that you are empty. Yep, and you're gone. Probably shouldn't have done that. Didn't see that in there. What is that? Well, that is a problem. Oh, good, you grabbed that. Let me hook you up really quick. Number 4 should be good for now. Could have swore we brought all that over. Oh, that's the one I meant to do later. Well, okay, so now we need to get an iron one down there. So this is the only storage container we have here now. And I need to get you. Yes. We need to get a way to revive ourselves, and we're not going to break that down till we get that set up. I think we're going to pull it from down here. I'm going to do number 4. Yeah, so this looks like a good start right here. Let's do G, medical, which would be you. You're on the bottom, so that's the one we'll go with. Do I want it there, or do I want it here? Throw it in the corner, maybe? You know, if we make this airtight, we'll need it right here, because we're going to have to throw stuff around. So we'll put that there. Let's make sure that this gets built. Need some medical comps. Good to go. All right, perfect. Let's go up. Let's finish tearing this down. Oh, we need assemblers too, don't we? Minor details. I'll have to build that maybe down below. And relocation is kind of a pain. Let's make sure that there's nothing in this. There's not. All right, all that's good to go there. Let's get all these emptied out. Well, you got it? Good. Is it because you work it off? Yep, right, hit the button there. Large floor. There. We'll come back to that stuff.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
So in theory, we shouldn't need any of this. I should probably get some of these generators running downstairs, though. Yep, that's probably a good idea before I start tearing that up, because Lord knows I'm probably using way too much electricity right now. Alright, let's go take care of that. Oh, and I don't need you anymore, do I? You are probably empty. Almost empty. Alright, so all the iron is sorted out. We got all the components down here. We should probably put some hydrogen engines along here every other one. Those are 4. We'll get our hydrogen engines right here. Yeah. Sure, why not? Hopefully that is enough hydrogen engines. Let's run a row of this down the side here. Now we need to start thinking about assemblers. Now I might leave a space here. Start the assemblers back here. Yeah. Put you here. Got just enough room to get in there. And that'll still leave this free down here. You're gonna have, yep. Guess I don't need to be terribly... I was gonna cram them in, but I guess having space in between is not that big a deal. You've been sitting for a while. What do you need? Computers. That's an easy fix. No, it's... Come on now. Got all those set up. Now what do we got to do? We got to go tear down those assemblers. And then we got to figure out which one is our main assembler, because it will always go to one specific one. And I forgot to do that. So we'll do that. Alright, man, I really don't want to mess with these controllers because, yeah, and I should get some batteries downstairs set up. How are we doing with these? You have 0 in you, you're gone. You're gone.
Inventory full.
Now, forgot this.
Energy low. Energy critical. Inventory full.
Alright, now we just gotta get a oxygen container downstairs. And we'll be good on that. Where did I die, I guess is the next question. A little bit of lag and too much speed. I think something up here would have grabbed it. Let's do welder. There we go. All my stuffs. Alright. Oxygen. That's what we were working on. These look like some awfully convenient places right here. Now we also need to get some batteries in here. Batteries. You know, if I put these right here, now, and then I can always put more on top should we need them. Battery components, power cells, yep. I should figure, let's see what is the assembler that it prefers. Production, US assembler 9, apparently. Which is kind of weird. I would have figured it would have been assembler number 4. But, alright. I still want to assume that this is the one that's going to be doing it, but maybe it's the last one. Put cooperative on all these. It probably won't be until I reload the game before it decides which one it wants me to be on. Back to label. Now, I'm assuming if those 3 were fast, then these 6 should be even faster. We should be good on that. And then I kind of want to just build a floor right here. Best way to do that, I think, would be off of this. Just bring that straight across, maybe. And then, should we so choose, we will also have the modularity of all this stuff just coming straight out this way. That way, if we want to put a docking port or anything our heart's content, we can do that. Looks like we are out of small tubes. See, now it says assembler number 6. Let's go to number 1. Let's say that. And just for redundancies, there and there. Leave that as is. Let's start this off back here with these. So right here's one regular. Yep. Straight two. I guess I messed up somewhere and didn't do it right. Oh well. Oh, that's right, because this is out one further. Alright, no big deal. Construction comps, motors, small pipes. Let's see here, construction components.
Energy flow.
Right. Now we can start putting down some blocks to have a nice flat area here. No better. Build and repair might be removed. I think so. Although we're not really looking for airtight right here anyways, so that was my Yeah, now it's starting to look a little bit more like a base. Just got to get some lights in here, and yeah. In fact, I think I'm going to change these to that. This is angled, and this is, oh, that's angled too. I don't need angle. See what the name of this is. Floodlight. It's going to go straight down. There. Right there. Maybe over here we can do some angled down floodlights or something like that.
Meters are inbound.
Okay, okay. I think we got to continue this. Just kind of right back here. In fact, I'm going to continue this right down the wall because I would like redundancy in having one line down and I were to say blow it up. Well, that wouldn't work. All right, cool. So we got that. All right, so we got lights, floodlights. I'm gonna bring that across and that across. Seems like the most prudent thing to do. All right, so that's going right. That's connecting over there. All right, got that. Now we can start working on this little whatever you call over here. This will likely come out to anything we do over here.
Energy low.
Okay. Yep, so this is floor height. Oh, this is the floor height right here. Cool, cool. So we have that. I'm going to run this right across. That. I don't think we're going to need an edge along here, but I'm going to put it down anyways because, well, better to prepare ahead, right? Small steel tubes. Need to get propane or something up there too. Keep saying. You know, let's see here. Should we also have maybe a small cargo container up here that we can do things with? I could just stick it right here in the side. Yep, we just do that. Number 5, good to go. Right. All right, that'll work. Number 5. Get a nice pillar right up here. Now then, we need lights, we need glass, we need a bed because why not? Let's do glass. Nope. I don't know what any of these bay windows, corners, yeah, well, that looks pretty fancy stuff. Can try that. Probably don't need it. Hmm. big old windows here we could do possibly. 2x3s, 1x1s. Let's see what some of this stuff looks like. Yeah, that's not going to go out very well. What about number 7? Okay. That could work. I need girders, though. See, look at this. It's already paying off. Oh, 3x. Okay. That'll leave us some room here to put a doorway in. And we want the inverted. All right, so we got that. In fact, maybe I put the doorway over here. Make it easy. What do we need? Bulletproof glass? No problem, you got it. In fact, maybe I make that the 3x3 up here. And that will lower everything down. Number 7. That right like that. And then we do G door. We do this. Because that is only a 1x1. Do that, and then another one right here. What else do we have? Don't like it. Don't like it. Kind of ridiculous. Ridiculous. What about... we just have like an airlock. Got the sliding doors. Maybe this is the option right here. See, I like this because it kind of just automatically makes an airlock. We do that, and then we can put some window around this.
Energy low.
Ugh. Kinda, That'll probably be the fly-in. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of want to have some stairs come up. Some catwalks. Yeah. So maybe we just get rid of this. We changed that back to that. We want a 2x3 inverted. Okay. No, I already don't like it. So we have that there. Okay, so we have that. The doorway, number 6. A view like that. Kind of sucks that it brings us all the way back. That will allow us to separate this into 2 different sections. Yeah, that's the story I'm going with. Number 8 is the 1x1, and we want inverted. Ooh, you know what? I could put the air conditioner right there. On each side, we could have air conditioners. Not yet, but we could. 5. You know, I could also hide those, like at the top up here. Just put like one in the corner right here. Okay, now let's see here. Yeah, let's just do some small ones right here. That's not a big deal. We have that, and now we should be completely sealed once I put that air duct in. Very cool. So now we have that. Almost have that. We could always put more in if we need it, but we should be airtight, I think. Automated closing, automatic closing. Closing. All right, so now I can make a catwalk. Kind of comes out and kind of goes and wraps its way down to whatever we need around here, just in case, well, we do something that requires us to, you know, have to run upstairs. Looking for the corner. There we go. I'm gonna put you right there, like that. Down, and then do we have catwalk stairs? We do not. So we'll start with that. There we go. So now we have stairs up. Now we need her some lights. Hmm. The fuck? Oh, god damn it. Alright. Corner. Perfect. Let's get some floodlights in here because, you know, I'm feeling very unoriginal. Am I holding all the bulletproof glass? Is that what the problem is? I am. Hmm. Now we should be airtight. So all this is sealed up. Hopefully, I don't know. Yep, we are airtight now. Perfect. Sweet. So this will be eventually the control center. You know. Come out here. We can see everything going down on that direction. Come over here. See everything happening over here. I mean, we could literally just have this floor come straight out and leave that all empty down below for future use. Even set up catwalks to go down there and do stuff. Yeah, I think this is probably a good start or ending to today. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Take care, guys.